Iranian Americans for Liberty hails President Trump's groundbreaking support for Iran's pro-democracy movement, a defining moment for freedom and United States leadership. Iranian Americans for Liberty publicly expresses its deepest gratitude to President Donald J. Trump for his bold and unwavering words of support. In a time of immense suffering, his clear warning to the regime has touched millions of hearts. This direct message from the leader of the free world brings real morale strength and reminds us that we are not alone in our struggle for dignity and justice. We have proudly supported President Trump since 2016, standing with him through every challenge. Now more than ever, that loyalty feels justified and rewarding. His statement is a powerful affirmation that the United States, under his leadership, will no longer turn a blind eye to the cries of the Iranian people. This long-awaited backing from the White House fills us with immense pride and renewed determination to push forward. For the first time in history, a United States president has shown such forceful support for the Iranians in their fight against oppression. His words carry real strategic weight, signaling that America stands firmly on the side of those demanding an end to decades of repression, corruption, and terror imposed by the regime. These powerful words from President Trump amplify hope among Iranians who have long dreamed of a free Iran and inspire belief that change is possible and that international solidarity can help turn the tide. This moment could truly mark a historic turning point where the regime's weakness is exposed, the people's courage is rewarded, and a path opens towards freedom, prosperity, and a brighter future for our beloved nation. Thank you, President Trump. Your leadership gives us strength to continue the fight, wrote Iranian Americans for Liberty on X. President Donald Trump, I listened to your words with great respect. You said clearly that you stand with the Iranian people and that if the regime fires on protesters, there would be immediate consequences. This video shows the reality of Iran today. An unarmed young Iranian shot and killed in the street. As an Iranian who has proudly stood with you since 2016, and who deeply believes in your strength and moral clarity when it comes to the Iranian regime, I share this in good faith. My question is simple and sincere. When these crimes happen, how should the free world respond? And is it still time to deal with this regime or time to stand fully with the Iranian people as they seek to reclaim their country? History will remember this moment, wrote Mitra Jashni, Executive Director of the Farishgard Foundation on X. This man is the symbol of a people who have carried the burden of injustice and oppression under the Islamic Republic for 47 years, and who now sit face to face with the forces of repression to say one thing clearly: they have nothing left to lose. The people of Iran are not seeking three corrupt figures, nor do they want a so-called feminist revolution. They demand the complete dismantling of the entire structure of the Islamic Republic. The seventh day of the nationwide uprising in Iran, news spread of the death of Saghar Etemadi, a 22-year-old woman from Farsan in Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari Province. According to the received information, the Islamic Republic security forces shot her in the head and face with a pellet gun. Saghar Etemadi, who was critically injured, was transferred to and hospitalized at Hajar Hospital in Farsan, where she later died. The news of the young hairstylist's death sparked a wave of anger and grief on social media. Many users described her as another Mahsa, a victim of the violence and of the repressive forces. In her final Instagram post, shortly before being targeted, Saghar Etemadi wrote, I am only afraid that many more of us will be lost again and nothing will change. Ahmad Jalil, a 22-year-old citizen from Lordegan, was killed on Thursday, January 1st, after being shot directly by security forces during the popular uprising in the city. According to information received, Ahmad Jalil was targeted by government forces on Shahid Kalantari Boulevard in Lordegan and lost his life after being hit by a bullet. A close relative said that he had also taken part several times in protest gatherings during the nationwide uprising following the state killing of the late Mahsa Amini. According to the source, Ahmad was struggling with severe economic hardship and made a living by working as a taxi driver. Reports further indicate that after Ahmad Jalil was killed, agents of the IRGC Intelligence Organization forcibly took his family to the governor's office. There, they threatened not to release his body unless the family agreed to a forced interview, attempting to shift responsibility for his killing onto the protesters. Protester Shayan Asadullahi, a 28-year-old resident of Azna, was killed on Thursday night, January 1st, after being shot by security forces of the Islamic Republic during the popular uprising in the city. According to a relative of the slain protester, several IRGC Hilux military vehicles attacked Shayan and a group of other demonstrators as they were returning from a protest gathering. Security forces opened fire on them with live ammunition. Evidence indicates that a live bullet struck Shayan Asadullahi in the abdomen, causing his death. Amir Hossein Bayati, a 30-year-old pro-monarchy activist from Hamadan, was killed on Friday afternoon, January 2nd, during the city's national uprising after being shot directly by agents of the Islamic Republic. According to reports, security forces are still refusing to hand over Amir Hossein Bayati's body to his family. Ahmad Reza Amani, a 28-year-old citizen from Azna, a law graduate of Yazd University, was killed on Thursday night, January 1st, after being directly shot by Islamic Republic security forces during the popular uprising in the city. According to shared reports, Ahmad Reza Amani was targeted by direct gunfire from government agents while participating in protest gatherings in Azna. The bullet struck him in the chest, and despite being rushed to the hospital, he died from severe internal bleeding. Dariush Ansari Bakhtiarvand, a 37-year-old freedom fighter from Fulad Shahr, was killed on Wednesday night, December 31st, after being shot directly by Islamic Republic forces during the city's nighttime protests. According to shared reports, he was targeted by live fire during protest gatherings and died before reaching a medical center. Images circulating online clearly confirm his identity. Khodadad Shiravani Monfarid, a 33-year-old citizen from Marv Dasht in Fars province and the father of 2 children, was killed on Thursday, January 1st, during the uprising in the city after being shot directly by forces of the Islamic Republic. According to shared reports, he was targeted at close range with a shotgun by government forces while taking part in protest gatherings on Talaqani Street in Marv Dasht. Khodadad Shiravani was transferred to a medical clinic after being hit, but succumbed to the severity of his injuries before he could be saved. According to information received after residents of Marv Dasht marched toward police station number 11 to protest the killing of the late Khodadad Shiravani, at least one more citizen was killed by gunfire from police forces. The victims has been identified as Mansur Mokhtari, a member of the Juchin clan of the Basij nomadic tribe. During the popular uprising and in front of the police station, Mansour Mokhtari was shot dead by Basij forces who were firing directly at the crowd. He was struck from the front by live ammunition to the abdomen and lost his life. According to people close to him, the late Mansour Mokhtari was a tailor who ran a small tailoring business in Marvdasht. They say that government forces, particularly Basij members, were hurling insults and using obscene language against the people gathered outside the police station. When Mansour protested this behavior, security forces shot him at close range from the front. Amir Hesam Khodoyari Fard, a 22-year-old from Kohdasht, Lorestan, was killed after being shot directly by forces of the Islamic Republic during the popular uprising in the city. Videos shared on social media from moments after the shooting show that Amir Hesam was among protesters when he was targeted. Fellow citizens can be seen desperately and anxiously trying to get him to an ambulance. According to reports, as soon as protest gatherings began, security forces opened direct face-to-face fire on the crowd. During this crackdown, a bullet struck Amir Hesam and ended his life. Following his killing, government authorities attempted through pressure, threats to withhold his body, and financial inducements to force the family to label him a member of the Basij. The family has firmly rejected this narrative and stood their ground. On Friday, January 2nd, during the funeral of Amir Hesam Khodoyari Fard in Kohdasht, the ceremony turned into a scene of confrontation between protesters and government forces. Islamic Republic authorities have attempted to portray Amir Hesam as a member of the Basij, but ultimately failed to impose this narrative. Taha Safari, a 15-year-old student, was killed on the evening of Friday, January 2nd, during the popular uprising in the city of Azna after being shot directly by forces of the Islamic Republic. The late Taha Safari was originally from Palangari village in the Kam Firuz district of Fars province, while his mother is from Azna in Lordegan. Taha lived with his mother and was fatally shot in Azna that Friday night by security forces. In the early hours of Saturday, January 3rd, agents of the Azna Intelligence Office arriving in 3 vehicles raided his mother's home. Using threats and coercion, they pressured the family to bury their son without any public ceremony or notification. Erfan Bozorgi, a citizen from Marvdasht, was shot in the head by Islamic Republic forces during the popular uprising on the evening of Thursday, January 1st, and fell into a coma. Erfan ultimately died on the evening of January 2nd in the hospital from his injuries. According to received information, Sajjad Valamanesh, a pro-monarchist protester, was killed by direct fire from government forces during the popular uprising in the city of Lordegan, Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari Province. Sajjad Valamanesh, born in 2005, was a construction worker and a member of the Zilayi tribe of Bakhtiari Lurs. One of his relatives has firmly stated that this 20-year-old had no affiliation with the Basij or any other government-linked organizations. Following his killing, his family has been threatened by the Islamic Republic and has received repeated calls from the IRGC Intelligence Organization. The interview the family gave to the state media was conducted entirely under coercion and threats, with the aim of securing the release of his body. The funeral of Sajjad Valamanesh was held on Friday, January 2nd. According to received information, Sohaila Hijab, a pro-monarchy activist, was arrested in the city of Fardis, Karaj, following a violent encounter with security forces and was transferred to Kachui prison in the city. Reports indicate that Sohaila Hijab's physical condition is not good. raising serious concerns about her health. As of now, no clear information has been provided regarding the charges brought against her. An elderly woman in Mashhad urges people to chant against Ali Khamenei, the Islamic Republic's criminal leader. A woman was arrested by regime security forces in the Narmak neighborhood of Tehran. A video from Shahrud County shows that during a nighttime uprising in the city, 2 young women were arrested by regime security forces. Women in Shahr Court in Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari Province chant Bisharaf, which means shameless, at the Islamic Republic's repressive forces. Amid nationwide uprisings across Iran, the Islamic Republic's security forces attacked protesters in Tehran's Grand Bazaar, brutally beating them. Hand-to-hand clashes between protesters and the Islamic Republic's suppression forces in Hamadan. A video showing a large gathering of freedom fighters in front of the Chaharmahal in Tehran chanting, "Iranians may die, but they will not accept humiliation." A rally of freedom fighters against the Islamic Republic in Hamadan with chants of Javid Shah, which means long live the Shah. Javid Shah! Strikes and protests in Kermanshah. Graffiti reading "Long Live the Shah" appears in Yazd. In Kuhdasht, Lordegan Province, protesters set fire to the 22 Bahman Square monument while chanting "Long Live the Shah." In Elam, protesters overturned a vehicle belonging to the Islamic Republic security forces. A video shows protesters chanting "Long live the Shah" and "Reza Shah, rest in peace" in the streets of Iran. Reza, Reza Pahlavi, this is the national slogan. Tehran, Elam Province. Chanting "Long live the Shah" face to face with the Islamic Republic security forces. Protesters in Lordegan, Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari Province are chanting "Long live the Shah" in direct confrontation with Islamic Republic forces. "Long live the Shah" has become the rallying cry of Iran's freedom. In a brave act in Hamadan, 2 protesters stood their ground in front of a water cannon, forcing Islamic Republic security forces to retreat. A video shared from Kermanshah shows Islamic Republic security forces brutally beating a protesters. a cleric's turban was knocked off in Qom.